share my screen. Please do watch whatever I'm sharing with you, because you are also going to have in your quality circle time. You are not a class teacher, please do not think that you won't be doing it. You also have to discuss with your students in your respective classes. Okay, sometimes we feel like, for example, somebody says like Kanika ma'am is there, and Dolly ma'am is there, Savitri ma'am is there, Aditya sir is there, who are not the class teachers. But please, you also have to talk to your teachers. Spend 5 minutes in your class and do talk to them about this, because this has to be celebrated. Please, I'm sharing my screen. Now, I have shared two video links with you all already. One is in Hindi, another is in English. Hindi link is to be used only by Hindi teachers. Others, please use the English link. And in the junior grades, I'm talking about class 1 and 2, you can play both if required. Okay, because if we say they are the little children, if in English they do not understand some of the terms, then once you play in English and later you can play it in Hindi as well. Okay, so I'm just increase the size. Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
just a minute. Wait, let me share it again because I have not shared the sound.
Here,
Okay.
we will share information and ideas on how to prevent and eliminate sRGBV. Why it is important to focus on sRGBV? When the United Nations adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development in September 2015, it is
See, we have already talking about SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. You know very well. We because this is 2020, they were developed in 2015, and the target is 2030. We are already 5 years late in starting this, but see, no harm in that. Let us do it today. Okay, we have to encourage all our students to take part in SDGs. For that, what we have to do, we have to relate all the SDGs in our curriculum, in our syllabus as well. For example, when you are talking about gender equality in some of your sciences chapters, maybe in your English literature chapters, you are talking about suppose something is happening, some chapters are there, some stories are there in which only a lady is working. You can always ask some kind of questions like, in home it is not only the duty of the female to carry out the household chores, it is a duty of the male as well. And nowadays you see, female also, they are working outside. Most of the parents, both the parents, they are working. Okay, when we are talking about peace, we're talking about good health. Good health you can relate in any of the subject. You can relate in science, you can relate in social sciences, languages. You can also relate the same in mathematics as well. When you are talking about how much junk food is being consumed by all of us, they can represent the same on data, bar graphs, and all. Talking about, suppose you can give them some kind of instances where there are two shopkeepers, one is selling groceries, green groceries, and another is selling junk food and all, and who is getting more? Why so? Because most of, where is there is more crowd, where is use, because wherever there is junk food is being sold, people are not aware about their health. Please do talk about these things. And whenever you are talking, just remind them simple thing, like whatever we are discussing, this also been highlighted in SDG goal number this. So for that, what we have to do first, we all have to learn, we all have to know what are the 17 SDG goals. When we are talking about zero hunger, which goal number it is? Okay, you can always relate it to agriculture. When we are talking about good health, it is number 3. Quality education, number 4. Gender equality, number 5. Likewise, you all please do remember all the 17 goals. Okay, please, I'm continue playing it. It just came to my mind. That's why I've shared with you.
committed to strive for a world guided by, a world that is just, equitable, and inclusive. and a world that is free from fear and violence. Agenda 2030 places gender equality and inclusive and equitable quality education at the heart of its concerns. It addresses violence against girls and boys as a cross-cutting concern, and it includes concrete commitments under a number of goals and targets. In particular, under Goal 4 on inclusive and equitable quality education, the agenda highlights the importance of knowledge and skills on human rights and the promotion of a culture of peace and non-violence, the provision of child, disability and gender-sensitive education facilities, and safe, non-violent, inclusive and effective learning environments for all.
See, can anybody tell me, there is again and again one word coming, inclusive education. Can anybody tell me what exactly inclusive education is all about? Where have you heard recently?
समावेशी शिक्षा सबको साथ लेकर पढ़ाने का जो तरीका होता है जिसमें हैंडीकैप्ड स्टूडेंट्स भी
Hmm.
हो सकते हैं या मेंटली वीक
Hmm.
स्टूडेंट्स भी हो सकते हैं या अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स भी होते हैं सबको साथ लेने चलने का
Yes, yes,
Uh,
it is very good, Puneet sir. This
and
is exactly, yes, yes, please.
ma'am, recently we have done this in this. You can say that Nishta in the Nishta
Yes,
activity.
yes, yes, really, that's correct. Actually, there were three courses that were launched in month. Okay, and in that for one of those courses was related to health, another was classroom and inclusive education. Okay, so in that it was discussed in detail how we can bring inclusive education in our class with little bit adaptation. We can just focus on that. Okay, so I'm just going to play it. Just listen to it very carefully and watch it.
Target 4A. Quality education is critical to development both of societies and of individuals, and it helps pave the way to a successful and productive future. When all children have access to a quality education rooted in human rights and gender equality, it creates a ripple effect that influences generations to come. In keeping with the provisions of the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, corporal punishment could be classified as physical punishment, mental harassment, and discrimination. The RTE Act 2009, which came into force with effect from 1st April 2010, prohibits physical punishment and mental harassment under Section 17, and it's a punishable offence under Section 17(2). These provisions read as follows. 17. Provision of physical punishment and mental harassment to child. 1. No child shall be subjected to physical punishment or mental harassment. 2. Whoever contravenes the provisions of subsection 1 shall be liable to disciplinary action under the service rules applicable to such person. We are talking about violence. Globally, an estimated 240 million children experience violence in.
See, just want to ask you, how many of you have enrolled yourself in the non-violence course that earlier I shared with you the link? Is there anybody who has enrolled in the course, non-violence course, non-violence communication? I shared with the students, I shared with the teachers as well. If not, let me tell you one thing. In that course, there are so many other things that has been put up in front that we are not aware about. You see, we think only hitting, only beating a child is a violence. Only speaking voice is a violence. No. When we are mentally harassing the child, when we are comparing two children in the class also, like, see, you are not doing well and that child is doing pretty well. This is also a form of violence communication. Now, see, if as a parent, you see, I also realize this later, maybe sometime I have also done it. I say something to my child, like, if you are not going to get good marks in your this coming test, we will not celebrate your birthday. Okay, or maybe we will not be getting cricket bat for you. Maybe I will not let you participate in any kind of MUN if you will not get good that. This is also considered as violent communication. Please do watch, and I will not be playing the whole video. This is so long, 51 minutes long. I will be playing it in between. from places, and I will be sharing the link with you. This is exclusively for the teachers. Yesterday that I shared, that was for the students. Okay, please do watch and just make a note of a few points that you have to adopt and adapt in your teaching learning strategies. You have to modify your style, you have to modify your way of communication.
and around school every year, and its impact causes low attendance, lower academic results, and higher dropout rates. Here are some examples of SRGBV that have been reported in the news. For millions of children and young people across the world, the school environment is not as safe and supportive as it should be. Instead, school days are marred by gender-based violence, which includes physical, verbal, and sexual harassment, bullying, sexual abuse, and corporal punishment. Situations of conflict, displacement, and poverty exacerbate the risks of gender-based violence. Children are subject to corporal punishment in schools, institutions meant for care and protection of children, such as hostels, villages, ashram shalas, and juvenile homes, and even in the family setting. A study, Child Abuse in India 2007, by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India, found that 69% of children reported having been physically abused. Every 2 out of 3 school children reported facing corporal punishment. Going ahead, we will focus on what constitutes SRGBV, how prevalent it is, and how it affects students. We will also highlight our social and legal responsibility as teachers to prevent violence in our school and respond sensitively to incidents of SRGBV. To understand the reasons and dynamics of SRGBV, we need to be clear about the following concepts. 1. Sex refers to the biological and physiological characteristics of a person. It is reflected on our birth certificates, usually as male or female. 2. Gender is a social construct. It is a set of attributes associated with the sex of a person. Different human qualities and behavior have been labeled as masculine, and a person is supposed to behave in a manner that matches their sex. The terms girl, boy, woman, and man refer to the gender of a person. 3. Gender identity is a person's sense of femaleness or maleness. It generally matches the sex of the person, but it may not. When it does not, the person is said to have a transgender identity. Such a person may have a male body, but feel that they are female inside, or vice versa. 4. Gender role is a social concept where the people around us, in the family, school, friends, and media, tell us what tasks and activities we should or we should not do depending on our sex. The last picture on this slide shows a girl breaking these stereotypes by wrestling with a man. What do we understand by SRGVB? As per UNESCO, school-based violence refers to all forms of violence, including the fear of violence, educational contexts, including the school premises, on the journey to and from school, and in emergency situations, which result in or are likely to result in physical, sexual, or psychic harm of children. School-related gender-based violence is defined as acts or threats of sexual, physical, or psychological violence occurring in and around schools perpetuated as a result of gender norms and stereotypes and enforced by unequal power dynamics. People who hold on to such norms often perpetrate violence on those individuals who do not conform to society's fixed norms about the way they should dress, behave, or the kind of work they should do based on their sex and gender. While based on sexual orientation and gender identity is also called homophobic violence. Sexual orientation refers to the romantic attraction one feels towards another person, example heterosexual, Person is attracted towards a person whose sex is different. Homosexual. Person is attracted towards a person of the same sex. Gender identity is an inner sense of being a girl or a boy. It may or may not match with the biological sex of the person. People from sexual minorities often face violence because of their orientation and expression of their identity. This happens in schools as well. We will go through some reports that highlight various types of violence later in this session. Where can gender-based violence happen? Gender-based violence or GBV can occur around schools as well as from or in the community that the child lives in. It can be physical, psychological, or sexual. An example is when a student is taunted because of his physical looks. At home, it can be a wife beating or discrimination against the girl child. When the community does not stop child marriage, it is allowing gender-based violence to happen on the child, usually a girl. Social media, email, and mobile phones are platforms where violence such as cyberbullying, stalking, and harassment can happen.
See, all of you, please, now schools are closed, but as and when we are looking forward to the schools to reopen, please, we will be showing these videos again to our students. This is for the teachers. This particularly is for teachers, and for students, that one is different that I have shared with you. We also should realize like where different gender-based violence can happen. Right now, what we are using mostly is cyberspace. Please, I already told you, please make your students aware about how to be safe on the cyberspace. Please do talk about that, focus on this point more. I'll just play maybe a few for more minutes. Okay, please watch.
Cyber refers to the world created by the internet. Cyberbullying includes using objectionable pictures of friends on social media or sending vulgar messages or making obscene calls. An example of cyberbullying is when a boy is called gay by a girl online because he has started to wear his hair long. Soon several friends and begin to ridicule him. Where inside a school can gender-based violence happen? SRGBV incidents usually happen in unsupervised spaces within school buildings. These may be toilets, playgrounds, where children are allowed to play unsupervised, isolated, unlit rooms, empty or dark hallways, and stairwells, and any other such places where a student could be subject to violence by another student or adult without others noticing it. It is mix. It is often used to
See, please, I'm sharing the link with
sexual
you.
violence includes
Please do watch it completely. See, there are different forms of violence. Students, each other, people from outside, teachers, though beating and all. You see, we are not doing it, but still, if we talk about, I told you, violence communication. If we are speaking in that manner, we are comparing two children. We are doing like that. That is also considered as violence communication. Should not be doing it. See, what we can do, we should make the students aware about it. Like if anybody with you should report to an adult. And I mean, वो जो कहते हैं ना कि हिंसा को सहना ही भी वो भी एक तरह का जो है वो पाप है, वो क्राइम है वो भी. Please, you have to watch it because I will not be playing it for the, you see, long 51 minutes. I have just shared it with you so that you should know, like you will be talking to your students with that video that I have shared with you. Link has been shared with you through mail as well as in the WhatsApp. Please do play it today and talk to your students. Okay. And another thing that I wanted to discuss, That won't take much time. This is about another app that I wanted to share with you. Let me download my attendance first. Deepti ma'am, we have already talked about wordwall.net, autodraw.com. Okay, and
Yes, ma'am.
today please make a note of it. We are going to do another wonderful app that you can use in your class to make your lessons interesting. It is also okay. You may also please use it. And just want to tell you, just remind you again. Yesterday I shared 3 links with you all. 3 links for the new workshop, for the new courses that have been started by CBSE. Okay, Nishtha, NCRT, all these they are doing it on the platform of Diksha. Okay, and every 15 days, every fortnight, you have to complete 3 courses. And so likewise, in 3 months, you will complete. When you complete 18 courses, after that, they will be asking you, because in between the different courses there are certain assignments. If you see, there are certain assignments in between. They are asking, talk to your colleagues and jot down a few points, talk to them how it is being done and write it down. So it's not like that they'll be giving you certificate and later they won't ask. They will be asking for the assignment submission as well. They have written clearly in the circular, like asking for assignment submission post you complete 18 courses. So please don't think, because I know that in that most of you, because if I try to do it, I take 3-4 days in completing that course. It's not like that. Some of many of us, how are they doing? Just scrolling up, down, and up, done, or आधे घंटे में course is being done. So that is not like earning certificates just only like that. This is like enhancement of knowledge also, enhancement of skills also. When you complete the course, you should, what all things have been discussed in this, what all kind of assignments there were. Okay, please we talk about it. It's 8:25. See, we will be talking about another app tomorrow. I won't take much time because in 5 minutes I won't be able to complete that assignment. Okay, whatever app is there, I won't be able to explain completely in 5 minutes because I have to give you hands-on as well. You will be sharing, you'll be trying, that we'll be discussing tomorrow. Okay, so want just to wait just a minute.